What I started to show you guys yesterday was what we called the solar system. A system is when we put things together, and solar means the sun. So the solar system is the sun. That's most of it, 99%, the sun. But there are things that go around the sun. Remember, that is called revolve and an orbit. The things that go around the sun. And they are called planets. There are 8 planets, and we're going to look at them in 2 chunks. There are what we call the inner planets. They are a little bit closer to the sun. And then we have the outer planets, the ones that are farther away. So today I'm going to show you the first 3 inner planets. And we have some other words up here. Terrestrial. That's a tough word. Terrestrial. Terrestrial means like Earth. Solid is a better word for terrestrial. They're small. Now, Earth is not small, but compared to the outer planets, these 4 are much smaller. Earth is the biggest of the inner planets. We said they are rocky, they have a crust. You could walk on them. Maybe not Venus, might be too hot. And they are dense. That means we have things like metals, like the sink up here. We have metals that are inside the planet. If you dig in our planet, you get aluminum and iron and zinc and gold. Those are all metals. So those are what the 4 planets have in common. What is the same about them? Okay, the first planet is called Mercury. Mercury is very small and very close to the sun. It does not spin very fast. It rotates really slow. It takes about 60 Earth days to spin around one time. So for 30 days, for a whole month on Earth, one side is freezing because it's not facing the sun. And the other side is cooking because it's 30 days in the sun, getting hot. So huge temperature range, very hot on one side, very cold on the other. You can see Mercury is kind of ugly. It just looks like the moon, a rock with a whole bunch of, these are called craters. Craters are where things hit the planet and made a hole. There's a map of Mercury. Mercury is not really that color. We used computers to show the different depths on Mercury. That's the first planet closest to the sun. Next up, we have Venus. Venus is the second planet, and it turns even slower. 243 days to turn one time. And it is the only planet that spins the other way. We spin this way in space. Venus spins this way, the opposite, but very, very slow. Mercury and Venus do not have any moons that go around them. Venus is a lot like the Earth in some ways. It has a thick atmosphere. So there's air, but the air is not the same as on Earth. We could not breathe there. The air has a lot of carbon dioxide, and so it makes really thick clouds, but it also makes it really hot, almost 900 degrees on Venus. We sent a robot that went around Venus, and it could look down through the clouds, and it made this map. We know that Venus has valleys and hills, and we think there was probably water or liquid there that carved some of these canyons and valleys. But it's so hot, the water is not there anymore. Some people think this is what Earth could turn into if we get too hot, and there would not be life on Earth anymore. Kind of scary. Don't forget that Earth, where we live, Earth is a planet. When the astronauts went to the moon, they took this picture and we could see the planet. Think about that. Every person who ever lived on Earth was in this picture, except for the 3 astronauts who took that picture. Billions of people, minus 3. It's a very beautiful planet. We call ourselves the blue planet because of all of our oceans. We are the only planet with water right at the ground, at the surface. We're the only one. That's why we can't go to other planets yet. They don't have the air and water that we need. We do have one moon, and we have lots of satellites. Satellites go around the Earth, and they help our phones work. They help us see TV. They do all kinds of important things, help us study the weather. All these satellites go around in space around our planet. There's a beautiful picture of our moon. And if you look really close, you see this little guy right here? Looks like a bug. That is the space station where the astronauts can live. We send stuff back and forth that they need. That's the space station going in front of the moon. Pretty amazing that humans figured out how to do that, because it's not easy. Space is very dangerous. Tomorrow I'll show you guys Mars, and Mars is very interesting. We have lots of robots that have gone to Mars. So Zoom, I'll see you tomorrow. Have a good day.